$106. That is what one barrel of oil costs right now. Not last month, not last year. Right now, today, March 18th, 2026. For context, 1 year ago, that same barrel cost $71. Oil is up $35 per barrel in 12 months. Since the conflict in the Middle East began, just 18 days ago, oil has surged 50%. Year to date, oil is up 75%. And here is what that means for your life right now. The national average price for a gallon of unleaded gas, $3.70, up 70 cents per gallon since the conflict began. 70 cents in 18 days. Now here is the part that should genuinely alarm you. On March 11th, the International Energy Agency, 32 countries working together, agreed to release 400 million barrels of oil from emergency reserves, the largest emergency oil release in the history of the world. Markets reacted immediately. Oil dropped below $80 per barrel for 1 day. Then it went right back up, past 90, past 100, past 106. The largest emergency oil release in world history lasted 1 day. Oxford Economics, one of the world's most respected economic research institutions, released a report this week with a scenario that nobody wants to say out loud on mainstream news. Their words, not mine. There is a scenario where oil prices could bring the US economy to a standstill. A standstill, that is what your bills are now connected to. Let me stop talking globally and start talking personally. Because 106 oil is not an abstract financial concept. It is a number that shows up in your life in at least 6 different ways. Number 1, your gas. National average today, $3.70 per gallon. If you fill a 14-gallon tank once a week, you are now spending $52 per fill-up. That is $98 more per month than you paid before the conflict began. That is $1,176 more per year. Number 2, your groceries. The United States economy runs on diesel trucks. 70% of all goods delivered in America travel by truck. Diesel prices have surged alongside crude oil. Every cent added to diesel adds cost to every product on every shelf in every store you walk into. Food analysts this week confirmed oil and fertilizer prices are climbing simultaneously. Your grocery bill is about to follow. Number 3, your utility bill. Natural gas prices are connected to the global energy market. Qatar, which supplies 20% of the world's liquefied natural gas, was forced to halt production in the early days of this conflict. European natural gas prices jumped 30% immediately. American natural gas markets are not completely insulated from these shocks. Your heating bill, your cooling bill, your monthly utility payment, all of them face upward pressure right now. Number 4, your flights. Jet fuel prices are directly tied to crude oil prices. Major airlines, British Airways, Lufthansa, Cathay Pacific, have already suspended Middle East routes entirely. Remaining routes are being extended, burning more fuel, adding cost that gets passed directly to ticket prices. If you're planning any air travel this summer, book now, before the fuel surcharges climb further. Number 5, your Amazon deliveries. Every package that arrives at your front door was delivered by a driver burning fuel. Fuel surcharges on shipping are already rising across every major carrier. Those surcharges get absorbed by retailers and passed to you in the form of higher prices on everything you order. Number 6, your job. Oxford Economics stated plainly this week, the energy crisis is not yet recessionary. Not yet, but there is a scenario, their word, not mine, where oil prices could bring the US economy to a standstill. When economies stall, companies cut costs. When companies cut costs, they cut people. The 6th thing 106 oil threatens is your income itself. Here is where we get practical. Because this channel exists to give you real information, not just anxiety. Step 1. Watch for the signal. Andy Lipo, one of the most respected oil industry experts in America, said this week that $100 per barrel may be just the first stop on the way to higher levels. But he also said, when the conflict shows signs of de-escalation, oil prices will fall. Fast, Iran's military capabilities have been described this week as significantly degraded. Analysts say the trend is overwhelmingly positive on the military side. When confirmed resolution appears, and it will, oil will drop significantly. Gas prices will follow within 2 to 3 weeks. That is your signal. Watch for it. Step 2. Reduce your fuel exposure now. Use GasBuddy. Find the cheapest station within 2 miles of you. At $3.70, a 15-cent per gallon difference saves you $11 every time you fill up. Over a year. That is over $500 you keep in your pocket. Step 3. Audit your energy bills. If you are on a variable rate energy plan, consider locking into a fixed rate now. Variable rates will move up as energy markets stay volatile. Fixed rates protect you from what comes next. Step 4. Do not make panic decisions about your investments. Oil companies are having an extraordinary month. Exxon, Chevron, and other U.S. oil producers just hit all-time high stock values. Defense contractors are also performing strongly. If you are diversified, parts of your portfolio are actually benefiting from what is hurting you at the pump. Do not sell everything. Do not panic. Stay informed. Here is the final thing I want to leave you with. The IEA released 400 million barrels, the largest emergency release in history. Oil dropped below $80 for one day, then went back to 106. That tells you one thing more clearly than any analyst can. This situation is not over, and your bills will reflect that every single week until it is real cost America. We watch the numbers so you know what is coming before it arrives. Subscribe. Because next week, the numbers may be even more important than they are today.